told me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's no need in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this.
Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Fielded about a yard deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tight end right. 4 down.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot.
And right away, he lost the football.
Darius Leonard out here, get in.
And they're going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Anything to make of this, or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
I don't know how he did that, not with his back
It's knocked away and incomplete. DJ Hayden right there on the coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Throwing his line.
Oh, I forgot he was running a double move.
Picked off near the 32.
That's my fault. He was running a double move.
Take this one home. It's a touchdown.
I hate that. I fucked that up.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? It had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Love. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Monday. Set a tone. Kill. Pull it high.
On first down, Scott, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Man, why are these niggas so tired?
Throwing on third down, Love. Throw left side complete. It's
That's a big question.
And they'll bring him
Like,
down
these niggas
right
like
at
Paul
midfield,
Campbell
and
and
he is
Davis.
well short of the first down. 2 yards is all they get on the
Campbell out the
completion.
game a lot
It's
for
fourth
like.
down. To punt on fourth down,
You
here's
only be at
Rigoberto
the 50, bro. I
Sanchez.
know I gave up the pick six.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he
nasty.
sends this one away.
That is how
missing a
you
lot
flip
of
field
time.
position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. Up to make the play defensively, Tre'Davious White.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Give him 14 on that one and a first down. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25.
Oh, good game. Oh, well, now we just play for
But
stats.
first, he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Now we just play for stats, bro.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for first and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
We thought we
A
wanted
good
to win.
response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Brings up 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Foles. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The kick by Lambeau is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
You draw forfeit. Hey, high 7.
Back to throw, Love. Left side caught by Diggs. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
A gain of 4 that time as the drive will continue.
I forgot they got
mother. Looking deep for Hilton. That's caught inside the 20.
Bro. I forgot I traded for what's the name. And they started fucking Jack Doyle. That bum-ass corner on me, bro.
To Hilton on the hook up there. 45 yards.
He trashed it.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the gun, here's Love. Over the middle here, it's Hilton.
You got the right one, bro.
This one in for a Colts touchdown.
You got the right one putting these trash niggas. You better put
with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. As
you better put
are on the board here in this first quarter.
You better put
connecting on the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown.
I like that matchup.
This is fielded a couple yards deep.
Every time.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Foles. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
Most tackles, bro. Didn't even hit quick or nothing, bro. Just regular X tackle, man.
Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Guarantee y'all won't go to
Didn't have anything downfield, swung it out to the flat, he did the rest.
Such a statement of so many offenses we see now. You know, in our discussions with offense coordinators, how many times do they tell us, hey, this offense is designed for either a touchdown or a check down? We saw the check down on that play, and boy, was it successful.
We saw a touchdown, too.
Let's go. Let's go.
Guess I should have done something, too, on that one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
23 yards on the play. Solid catch there from a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes two to tango. Luck now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Luck. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there at 22. From the red zone now, Locke.
Oh, hey.
Taken down, back at the 25. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Locke. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Stephon Diggs. His 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there. Done in this game.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms, because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Foles off the play fake to Fournette.
Oh, good hit. We'll take that.
Picked up on the rookie from Temple, Rock Ya-Sin. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Luck's throw finding T.Y. Hilton complete. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. Luck now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's
bro, y'all got a block, man.
Non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
I'm trying to run the damn ball, bro.
Here's Luck. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 23. Luck now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now Rashad Penny. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Penny. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now Luck. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, come on.
Almost intercepted. It would have been his
Marvell.
2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, who 34?
And that's what he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that'll hurt
There you
the
go,
average
Rock.
a
Nice
bit
way
as
to
this
make that
time
for
they're
it,
able to
baby.
get him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
Now Foles. And he completes it to Westbrook. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we now go downstate or an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Going deep for Diggs.
That's a PI, bro. I better call that right. Or they're going to fuck me like they did in World League. Wow. I'm not even going to worry about this one. I'm not even going to worry about watch you get the ball. They won't fuck me, bro. I already know what it is. Oh, look at that. They got it right this
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. Ebron caught left side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now it's Penny. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. To throw is Locke. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
13. 61, matchbox lights.
Fournette, a first down carry. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Mostert, and an alley to run. Past the 20. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
He's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Miles Jack with a sack. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. You're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Purple 64.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And they're going to get line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Off of play action. Luck. And his throw is going to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Here's Scott. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Luck. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards, the final tally. Luck now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Scott. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 2nd and 12. Luck.
Oh, my.
At the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And these guys are going to have the football back as the 3rd quarter comes to an end. Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. Foles and the Jags come up now 1st and 10 at their own 13. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And for the moment, this will be a 1st down. But we have a marker on the field. Let's see if this stands. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Danico Autry in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
They're going to be a Pro Bowler.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And not what he was hoping for there as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
Bad interception last time, Chris. That was dumb.
The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Scott. He is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Just a yard on the run there.
That's going to bring us to I'm about to lose the game. I don't care that. I need the ball more to get more.
They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Penny.
Oh, shit.
He's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards, and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side. Andrew Luck, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago when he was comeback player of the year, and he needs another one.
Look at this, bro. Come on.
Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Luck over the middle, hauled in by Campbell.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Looking left side.
Man, I hit the wrong button, bro.
And he is brought down.
I had my running back butt naked for 6, and I hit the wrong button.
20 yards.
He left his ass
play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
Naked, bro.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence.
I tried to hit my man before I even had the ball.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Penny, a 1st down carry. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
What? I'm on the game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance.
I said I'm on the game.
They'll go with Foreman.
I'm not angry. I am on the game. You tell me to call you, hit you up, and I'm ready, and you keep hitting me up.
Used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go.
All right, I'm on the game. I'll talk to you later.
Again, it's Foreman. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back.
And he takes it in for a Colts score. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are once again going to retake the lead. They get 1 more as the extra point's up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it.
Man, I forgot all about this draft I heard.
And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
It's not too bad of a team. I'm a quarterback, though.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So Tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Foles now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Let me focus up to win this division. Kind of need
back down here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Mine.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Mostert. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
I haven't ate all day. Well, I had a bowl. That's it. All I had was a bowl of cereal and a piece of cake.
So here we go.
Today.
Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. This one is right down Broadway. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Let's go.
What are you on, man? That's some nonsense.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
Just a couple scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Another touchdown.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
13.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
And we got Mike, number 53, Mike 53.
Here's Foles. Open is Westbrook, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 180.
You.
Foles.
Oh my God, that's a pick six, bro. That's the ball.
Knock it away that time.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive.
53.
Hey, Charlie.
God, they weren't going to switch to who I wanted to switch to.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. This is
called
caught.
it. I said, watch this. Keelan Cole, bro. Keelan Cole, bro.
So often in overtime, those games are won or lost on one big play. That
on
might have been that
Tre'Davious
big
White.
play
Keelan
right
Cole
there.
did that on Tre'Davious White, bro. I called it. I said, watch
the
this.
stakes, because let's face it,
I
we've been
called
there
it.
before.
I knew what was going to happen. I said what was going to
A
happen.
little bit when it's their opportunity.
I called it.
Not in this situation. They executed it calmly, and they really got it done.
And now they're set up in prime position. 2nd and goal,
Cole,
and they
bro.
will try again from the 2-yard line.
Keelan Cole.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home.
Keelan Cole, bro. Only EA, bro. Keelan Cole, bro. Only catch